So here we go. Okay, welcome everybody. It's Monday, 21st of June, and it is actually International Yoga Day today. 21st of June is a yearly thing, and it is, of course, the summer solstice. It's when summertime starts. And typically, early morning on the 21st of June, there are quite a few yogis worldwide that do 108 sun salutations. Now, why 108? Because that is the number of beads that are on, it's a special sacred number. It's the number of beads that's on a mala bead chain where they do the meditation and the mantra meditation. And 108 sun salutations typically take about an hour and a half. I've done it many times before down by the lakeside. I didn't actually hear in Geneva if many people were organizing anything. Usually you see it on Facebook or Instagram if somebody's organizing a big practice down by the lakeside to do the 108 sun salutations. So I'm not actually sure if it happened or not, but in today's class, we won't do 108 sun salutations, but I would like to just mark the occasion of the International Yoga Day, and we will do a little meditation on that. And I would like to start with the meditation, if that's okay with everyone. Good. So let's get seated into a comfortable position. You don't have to be on the floor if you don't want to. You could be on a chair or you could be lifted up on a pillow. Feel that your low back is gently curved, your chest is nicely lifted, and your shoulders expand out to the sides. The neck should be nicely curved as well, and you should be in a position where you feel comfortable that you can sit for a few minutes. Place your hands into a meditation position with your right hand on your lap and your left hand on top. Closing your eyes. Begin breathing in and out through the nose. Just begin paying attention to your breath and think, I'm breathing in. And then I'm breathing out with your breath. So as you breathe in, I'm breathing in. And as you breathe out, I'm breathing out. And this is just a very simple technique to pay attention and become aware. This kind of awareness is mindfulness, in fact. And it's a type of mindful meditation. Now become aware of the different parts of your body, your feet and your legs. If there's any tension there, you can note the tension, but you don't necessarily have to do anything about it. Notice the hips and the back. The tummy and the chest. Notice the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. Becoming aware of the neck, the jaw, the face and the head. Just notice. The word yoga literally means to join or to yoke. And feel just now that you are joining all the different parts of your body into one functioning unit. All functioning together in perfect harmony. Now imagine joining as well your thoughts. To your body. Imagine joining your spirit as well to your mind and your body. In yoga, we attempt to join mind, body, and spirit. Now imagine yourself connecting with those who are closest to you. Family, friends. And imagine in whatever way you'd like, energetically or even holding hands, that you're joining with them right now. And now imagine joining with your colleagues. Imagine joining with other friends, even distant friends. Imagine now joining with other people that live in the region that you live. People you may or may not know. And begin to start expanding this joining sensation until we join with every living being on this earth. Allow it to expand. Join even with the nature, plants, the animals, even with the insects. Join and live in harmony with everything around you. And in this harmony, find peace, find well-being. And take a deep breath in just to enjoy this moment. And breathe everything out. Blink your eyes a few times to open your eyes. Nicely done. Let's clasp our hands together and push the palms skyward until we're really stretching the back. Lengthen your neck. Breathe out, keep lengthening, and then breathe in again. And this time when you breathe out, lean to your right. Keep your hips stable, get your back and your spine leaning over, curving to the side. Breathe in, rise back up. And breathe out, lean to your left. Just curve to the side. Good. Breathing in, rise back up to center again. Breathe out, go to your right. Beautiful. Breathing in, rise back up to center. Breathing out to your left. One more time each side. Let's breathe in. Lift and open. Breathe out to your right. And again, we'll breathe in, lifting, opening, breathing out to the left. Good. Coming back to center. Bring the palms together and bring the thumbs into the upper back. And you'll gently press your head against your forearms. So you push a little bit. You're activating those muscles in the neck. You lift your chin. Lift the chest at the same time. And then let's bring the hands around the head. And you can come up onto all fours onto your mat. So here we've got our hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Fingers are spread about a finger just width between each finger and maybe 2 thumb widths between the thumbs. Lift your head, draw your head back. Take a deep breath in and let's curl the spine. Breathe in and then breathe out and we'll round, look to the belly button. And again, we'll breathe in and curl. And breathe out and round. And again, breathing in, curling. Breathing out, rounding. Once more, let's breathe in and curl. And this time as you round, come back onto your heels. You can open your knees and reach forward for child's pose. Take a couple of deep, slow breaths here. In and out. And just allow your back and your hips to stretch a little bit. Let the arms relax on the floor. And look for a nice deep release here. Keep the hands where they are and come back up onto your hands and knees. So now your hands are farther forward than your shoulders. Walk your knees into about hip width. And we'll take the bowspring position, allowing the belly to lengthen. You lift the chin, you let your hips go back, and we'll bounce back and forth a couple of times. Here we're prepping the body, and we're engaging the back body in these positions. All right. From here, press the top of the right foot down, turn your right knee until you've got the foot flat on the floor. Reach your right hand far out in front of you, fingertips touch the floor. Keep the curve in the back so you lengthen the belly and you're pressing your hips up and back. Lift your chin. And now we're going to push the ribs out to the right. You'll push them towards your knee and you'll let your head curve to the left. Stay here. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Bring the palm back down and bring the knee back down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We press the top of the left foot down and raise the left knee. The heel is down. Reach your left arm out in front of you, fingertips down, pressing your hips back. Now we'll curve the ribs to the left and you let your head go to the right shoulder. And you'll hold here, opening up the left-hand side of the rib cage. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back, set the hand back down, set the knee back down. Tucking your toes under, let's take crouching cat pose. The knees are nicely bent, the hips are curled up. You lift your chin to look between your hands. Now we'll bounce back and forth. When you bounce back, your knees open up. Continue deep breaths. Now coming back into neutral. Turn your knees to the right and bounce up and down. The hips go back towards the heels as you bounce. Back to center. Turn your knees to the left and we bounce. The hips go towards the heels. Nice and deep. That's it. Back to center. Open your feet as wide as your mat. Bend your knees, tilting the hips up. Walk your hands back. Fingertips are on the floor. Hips push back into a deep, deep squat, and we'll bounce here. Pressing the hips way back as you bounce. 3, 2, 1. Hands one at a time onto the thighs. Lift and open the chest. Arms are straight. Draw your throat back so that your chin lifts. Now, from here, I want you to lift your arms up in front of you, but you keep that deep open squat. Cross your arms so that you grab your elbows. Hips stay back. Turn to your right, keeping the hips back. Lift the chest. Look over your right shoulder. Coming back to center. Turn to your left. Back to center. Rise all the way up to standing and step your feet in one at a time. Perfect. Let's step to the front edge of our mats. Bringing your feet hip width, chest is lifted, shoulders are wide, and chin is lifted. So here you're looking for your perfect posture. You can let go of the bowspring position. The bowspring, you would have the knees bent, hips way back, arms out in front. Here we're looking for perfect posture. Knees soft, hips back, ribs are lifted, chest lifted, shoulders wide. This is what we'll come back to after every round of our sun salutation. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes for a moment and just notice the sensation you have in your body in this position. Open your eyes and let's get moving. Take a deep breath in, raise your arms up, stretching, and then bend at your knees. You're gonna let your whole body fold. So knees, hips, elbows come down, hands come down. Step back to a plank position, please. Now in the plank, knees slightly bent, hips are up, chest is pulling forward, head is lifted. Bring your knees down. If you want, you can lift your feet so that you're not on your kneecaps. Open your hands wider than your mat and attempt one push-up. See if you can get your chest all the way to the floor and back up again. Then bring yourself all the way down, point your toes, hands under the shoulders now. Rise up to a little cobra. Chest comes back down. Push up onto your hands and knees. Tucking your toes, you can either take down dog or crouching cat, whichever feels better for you. Okay. From here, begin taking small steps forward until you reach your hands. Bend your knees low, hands to the thighs. This helps the back. Lift your chest. You're getting into a squat position. Raise your arms by your ears, stretch up to the sky, and then we come all the way up to standing. Hands to the heart center, refine that perfect posture. Let's do it again. Deep breath in, rise up. You fold, everything folds, knees, hips, elbows, everything down, stepping back to a plank position. From here, bring the knees down. If you want to, you lift the feet. Open your hands. This time do 2 push-ups. Let's go. 1, 2. All the way down. Hands under the shoulders, point the toes, rise to a cobra. Bring your chest back down, up onto the knees. Now you take your down dog with the knees bent, or you take crouching cat. Tilt the hips up nicely. Stepping forward. Bend your knees, hands onto your thighs, lift up into the chair. Arms stretched by your ears. And come all the way up to standing, hands to your heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in, we're going a little bit faster. Fold it forward, stepping back to plank. Knees come down, open your hands. 3 push-ups this time. All the way down, move into your cobra. Push up onto your knees. Tucking your toes, take that crouching cat position and then stepping yourself forward, hands to your thighs, lifting, arms by your ears, coming all the way up to standing, hands to your heart center. Go again, deep breath in, rise up. I'm gonna come and have a look, fold forward. Good job. Stepping back to your plank. Very nice. Bring your knees down. Let's see the push-ups. Remember to lift your head. Lift your head. Yes, that's it. Good. 3 push-ups. Or up to 3. Well done. Go all the way down. Point your toes and moving into a cobra. Remember to push back onto your knees before taking either down dog or crouching cat. Good. Begin stepping forward. Excellent. Okay. Lifting up, hands onto the thighs. Lift up into the chair position. And this time you just flow. Reach up to the sky, palms together, and fold forward all the way down, everyone. Good, Gitel. Stepping back to plank position. Excellent, Vincian. Stay there. Stay in plank, everyone. Stay in plank. 3, 2, pull the chest away from the hips. Yes, good. 1, bring your knees down. Do those 3 push-ups. Let's go. Yes, 3, good, Finola. Excellent. 2, yes, Claire. Excellent, Natalie. Point your toes, rise up to cobra, down dog or crouching cat. Doing great, everybody. Begin stepping forward. Hands to your thighs, lift up to the chair. Yes, rise all the way up and flow. Palms together, flow forward and down. Very nice, Henrietta. Keep going all the way down. Good, stepping back to plank. Everybody hold in the plank. Pull the chest away from the hips. 3, yes. 2, looking good. 1, knees come down. If you want to lift the feet, you may, and open your hands for the push-ups. Down and up. 3, 2, beautiful. 1, all the way down. Point your toes, getting into cobra. Push back into either crouching cat or downward facing dog. That's it, everybody. Very good. Okay. Stay either in crouching cat or downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to step halfway forward. Take your right foot, step halfway forward. So the foot doesn't come between the hands, it goes halfway. Walk your hands back and set your hands on the front thigh, lifting up. So we're in a very short lunge position. Tilt your hips back, lift the back heel. Hands can go on your hips. And I want you to sink down as if you're going to sit on the heel. So the hips go way back and lift back up. So this is the modified version of a lunge position. Go down and up a few times. And this really sparks the back body as well as the glutes. And it keeps your hips in a proper position for the top of the femur bone. Now go down low, stay there, reach your arms out in front of you. Bring either the palms together, or you can clasp the palms together and make like a little, Charlie's Angels gun, and twist to your right. Go right, as far as possible. Go, go. Keep the hips pointing forward as much as possible. Stay here. 3, keep the hips back. 2, good. 1, turn back to the front. Hands come back down. Step back either to crouching cat or downward facing dog. Knees are bent in both. We'll do the other side. Left foot, halfway up to the hands. Hands come on the thigh to lift the chest. Then bring your hands to your hips. Tilt your hips back as if you're going to sit on the back heel. Here we go. Sinking down. 5, 4, bring the hips way back. 3, good. Working the glutes. 2, stay down, arms in front. You can make the little Charlie's Angels gun and twist to your left. Holding, press the hips back. 3, 2, 1, come back to front and center. Hands come down, take your crouching cat. Excellent. Bring the knees down now. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Slide your right knee forward and simply cross the ankle over the left knee. Very gentle cross. This is falcon pose, okay? Press the hips back. Come up onto the fingertips so you lift the chest. Hips are pressing back. Okay. Now, if you would like to go farther, we're going to lift up the back foot, and you grab the back foot, your left foot with the left hand, and you pull the heel in towards the hip. Not too much weight on the left knee. More weight should be on the front leg. Press the hips back and feel that stretch of the quadricep of the left leg. Now, if you're feeling very courageous, you can rise up onto your knees and see if you can reach your right hand out in front of you, holding the balance. Woo. This morning, I'm not into the balance too much, but you can do it if you want. 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, tuck your toes under, rise back to crouching cat. Aha, excellent. Bring your knees back down. Slide your left foot forward and cross it over the right knee. Hips pressing back. You allow the hips to press back and up. Lift and open the chest. Reach your hands a little bit farther in front of you. And then we're going to kick up the back foot. Most of the weight is on the left knee. Pull the heel in towards the hip. Lift up through the chest, lift your head. And then maybe you come up onto the fingertips of the left hand. And if you feel the balance, you could raise your left arm. I've got it on this side. Woo. Holding. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back down. Good. Uncross and take your crouching cat again. Looking towards your hands, step your feet forward, hands onto the thighs, lift up into a chair position, hips going back, lift and open the chest. Hands can come to your heart center. Raise your right foot up as if you're stepping on a stair in front of you. Lift the eyes, lift the chest, open your shoulders wide. From here, bring that right leg out to the side. Place your hands on the outside of the thighs. So you're giving a little resistance. Hold here. And then bring the leg behind you. Reach your arms behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together. You can curl your fingers if you wish, or you reach with the fingertips. Lift and open the chest and hold. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to standing. And let go. Good job. Hands to your heart center. Retake a chair position. Lift and open the chest. Raise your left leg. Set your gaze at one point and hold. Then the leg comes out to the side. Hands come to the outsides of the thighs, and you resist a little bit. Holding here. 3, 2, 1. Now bring the leg behind you and you reach your arms behind you. You can curl your fingers if you wish, or you stretch. Lift and open the chest. Lift the leg nicely behind you so you get into the glute. Holding 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to standing. And hands to your hips. Release. Good job, everybody. Right ankle crosses over the left thigh. You bend your left knee. Both knees lift upwards, okay? We don't want to let the knee fall out to the side. We want it to lift. Hips move back, palms together, and then to the crown of the head. Elbows point forward, lift the chest, lift your chin, sink the hips nicely back. 3, 2, 1. Uncross, and we change sides. Left ankle over the right thigh, sink down, the knees lift, the hips move back. Palms and thumbs at the crown of the head, elbows point forward. Lift and open the chest. Set your gaze, staying calm. 3, 2, and 1. Let's release. Hands come back to your heart center. Close your eyes for a moment and just reconnect with yourself. At the beginning of our meditation, we brought our whole body together, all different parts of the body, and we connected with the mind and the spirit. Feel yourself reconnecting just here. Open your eyes. Let's raise the arms, stretching skyward. As you fold, you bend everything. Everything folds forward. And setting your hands on the ground, step back to your plank position, please. Knees stay slightly bent. Lift your head and chest. Pull the chest away from the hips. Get the belly long. We're going to hold here for a moment. So if you start to feel there's too much on the wrist, you can come up down on your elbows. If it's too much for the back, you lower your knees. Keep breathing. Pull the chest away from the hips. Staying 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower your knees down. Let your hips press back and get into a child's pose. Just relax here for a moment. All right. Let's lift back up. Bring your knees to one side and come to a seated position, please. Everyone, bring your soles of your feet together and your knees wide to the side. If on the ground you find that your low back rounds, take a block and come sitting up on the block or even up on a pillow. You could sit up on a pillow if it's better. Lift and open the chest and let your knees splay open. Be sure that your low back stays curved, because when we do these types of stretches, if your low back is rounding, it's going to set the femur bone improperly into the hip socket. So it needs to be curved. So when I show you from the side, this is the way it should be, curved, not rounded, okay? Lean forward very, very gently, and become aware of what's going on in the hips. If there's any pain, you want to back off. If there's a loosening, that's good. There's going to be a little bit of effort there, of course. One more deep breath in. And very gently lift back up. Good. Stretch your right leg out to the side. And you can have your left foot just at the inside of the right leg. The toes are pointing skyward. We're going to turn our bodies so there's a twist going on towards the right leg. And you'll begin walking your hands out towards the right leg. You could grab the ankle or you could grab the toes. Pull the chest towards the knee, but see if you can keep that curve in the low back, all right? So we're not rounding out and going down forward. You may want to take your gluteal muscles, you may want to take the flesh and pull it back, so you keep that curve. Keep breathing here. Pushing off the floor, lifting back up. Bring your left arm around behind you. And you're going to point your right toes. And you'll press into the floor with the left knee and rise up, lifting and opening the front of the body. Reach behind you as far as possible. Holding, squeeze the glutes really tightly. And then we'll come back down gently. Good. Lift your left knee, cross it over your right leg. Grab a hold of the left knee, left hand behind you, and we'll twist to our left. So looking over the shoulder, going to a nice, easy twist, just to let go. Good job. And we unwind, we uncross, bring the left leg wide, and the right foot in against the thigh. Turn your body. So there's a deep twist that goes on into the lower belly and middle belly as you turn towards the left leg. Walk your hands out. See if you can get the chest coming forward until you feel the stretch. You feel the stretch down the back of the leg, but you may also feel it in the hip. Breathing deeply and slowly. And again, if you're feeling that your low back is rounding, maybe you want to take the flesh of both of the glutes and pull it back. So you get that, you remain with the curve in the low back. Bring the right hand around behind you. Lift your left arm and push up onto the knees. And push the hips forward. Raise your arm up, reach behind you, squeeze, holding 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. Excellent. Lift that knee and cross it over. Grab a hold of the knee and we're going to twist to our right this time. Turning, looking over the shoulder, you should feel an opening and a stretch down the outside of the right hip. Releasing this, I want you to uncross the legs and stretch both legs wide, hands behind you, toes pointing up, lift and open the chest and go forward. If possible, bring your hands forward. Let your chest come forward without rounding the back. Deep, slow breaths here. Push up off the ground. Bend your knees and bring the knees hip width, okay? So they should be hip width here. Hands come behind you. Turn the fingers towards the hips. Squeeze and open the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Lift your hips up as high as possible. Let your head go back only if it's okay for the neck. If it's too much for the neck, keep just looking towards your knees. Hold the hips up, squeeze the glutes tight. Opening up the chest, you're going to open as well the arms and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Look forward, bring the hips down slowly. Good. Cross your ankles and either roll over up onto your hands and knees, or if that's not good for the knees, maybe you want to bring your feet to one side and come up onto your hands and knees. Good job, everyone. Tuck your toes under and take once again either your crouching cat or down dog. Tilting the hips up, lift up, pull the chest away from the hips, and we bounce a few times here. Just to get a full relief in through the joints after those deep stretches. Good. Walk your feet back now. Coming into the plank position again. Lower your knees down. Gently lower your chest down. And bring your hands underneath your forehead. Move your hips from side to side to relax the back and just to let go for the moment. Good job. Let's reach our right arm out in front of us, thumb pointing up. Lift your head a little bit. Raise the right arm and left leg. Holding here. Take some deep, slow breaths. Bring the hand back down under the forehead and move your hips from side to side. Leg comes back down, of course, and relax. Other arm, other leg. Left arm out in front, thumb pointing up. Raise the left arm and the right leg. Deep breaths and holding. Bring it back down, hands under the forehead, and let your hips go side to side. Now lift the head and shoulders. Bring your arms out to the sides into cactus. Raise the head, chest, shoulders, and your legs. So squeeze in through the shoulder blades. Draw the throat and ears back. Squeeze the glutes. Raise the legs nicely. And we're holding again. 3, 2, and 1. Come on back down. Move your hips from side to side. Lift again your head, bend your knees this time. Reach your arms behind you and see if you can just touch the heels without grabbing, just touch. Lift the chest, lift the knees, squeeze your shoulder blades, draw your throat back, and get that full chain of the back body contracting to lift you up. And hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Come on back down, hands under the shoulders, push up onto the knees. Gently walk your knees forward. Bring your feet to one side. And let's come to a seated position where we're going to get onto our backs. Grab behind the thighs and roll yourself down gently and slowly. Heels, we're going to walk them away from the body. So get farther away on your mat. The knees are slightly bent. The head is down. The arms are by your sides. So when we lift the hips here, it's the hamstrings that work to get the legs up because the knees are barely bent. So let's go. Lift them up and feel like you're pulling your heels towards your hips. Lengthen out the neck at the same time and we hold. Take deep breaths at the same time. Bring the hips down. Let's lift our knees to the shoulders. Grab behind either the knees or around the ankles at the bottom of the feet and rock from side to side to let go. Now bring the feet next to the hips. Elbows into the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blade. So here it's very important that you choose just how far up you lift your hips. You could go up into a classic yoga half bridge, or you could go into the bowspring half bridge where you let the hips pull backwards and you get curved in the back. So lifting up into bridge. You could also do full bridge where you set your hands to either side of your head. You come to the crown of the head and push all the way up. It's as you wish, as you feel best. Staying here, we really want to open up the front body. No matter which bridge you choose, you're lengthening out the belly, you're opening up the chest, and you're taking some deep, slow breaths. If you're in full bridge, join us in half bridge now. If you're in half bridge, raise your arms up over your head And we're all going to move to the floor very slowly, one vertebra at a time, mobilizing the back. And once you're all the way down, just stay here. No need to move your legs. Keep your arms above the head. The knees stay bent. Turn your head a bit from side to side, just to relax a bit the neck. Keeping your arms behind you, open your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees fall to your right. Reach with your left arm far behind you to get a stretch from the left hand to the left knee. Raise your left knee first, right knee follows, and let your knees fall to your left now. Reach with your right arm behind you, getting long and expansive from the right hand down to the right knee. Raise your right knee first, left knee follows, and let's lift both knees up to the shoulders and rock from side to side. Bring your knees at 90 degrees now and place your hands onto your thighs, okay? So we're gonna work with some resistance to work the belly. Keep your back curved. You'll push your right hand against your right thigh and you'll resist with the leg. This contracts a whole bunch of the deeper abdominal muscles. So we're gonna resist, right hand, right thigh, and then relax. Now left hand, left thigh, resist and relax. Right hand, right thigh, breathe out, breathe in. Left, breathe out, breathe in. Right, breathe out, breathe in. Left, breathe out and in. Now both thighs. Press and resist with your hands, pull the thighs towards you and release. Again, breathing out, both. Breathing in. 2 more times. Breathe out, both. Breathe in. Last time, breathing out, push and relax. Feet come back to the floor. I want you to take a gentle half bridge just to release the abdominals. Lift your hips up, and then we bring the hips back down. Hands come underneath the hips. Raise your legs, point your toes, and cross the right leg over the left, okay? We're gonna lower the legs down as low as possible for a count to 10, 9, 8, 7. If you start straining, you can bend the knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncross the legs and rise back up all the way. Now the left leg crossed over the right. Same thing. Lower down. 10, 9, 8, 7. If you're straining, bend the knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncross, rise back up. This time, flex your feet, turn your toes out to the sides in a V position, the heels touch, and we lower down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise all the way up. This time, point both toes, legs stay together. This is the last one. We'll lower down for 10. And after we lower down, we'll rise for 10. So we're at 5, 4, 3. Bend your knees if you're straining. 2, 1. Slowly rise. 10, 9. Control it. 8, 7, 6, 5. You're halfway now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to the chest. Good job. Let's rock from side to side. Well done, everyone. Bravo. Bring your left foot down to the floor. Stretch your right leg to the sky. Curve the back. Root the femur down into the hip socket and straighten your leg as much as possible. Let's make a nice big circle with the foot. Change the direction. Foot flexed. Gently pull the leg towards you until you feel the stretch. Keep curving the back. That's what's going to target the back of the leg. Then the right ankle crossed over the left thigh. Let the knees fall to your right. Open your arms, turn your head to the left. Let the right ankle fall off the left thigh. Raise your left knee first, right knee follows. And we'll stretch our left leg up to the sky, wrap behind the thigh. Pull the thigh down into the hip socket. Nice big circle with the foot. Change the direction. Flex, keep the hips back, keep the back curved, and you pull the thigh down into the hip socket. You can straighten the leg completely. And if you want, you can pull the leg a little bit towards you. Deep breaths. Crossing the right ankle, the left ankle over the right thigh. Let the knees fall to your left. Open your arms and turn your head to look at your right hand. Allow the left ankle coming off the right thigh. Raise your right knee first, left knee follows. Coming into happy baby pose. Grab a hold of the feet, the ankles, or just behind the thighs. Open your knees wide. If you want to rock from side to side, you may. And then gently releasing the legs, stretching one leg at a time onto the floor. Turn your palms to the sky, opening up the chest. Find a good position where you can relax and let go. As you breathe in, allow the belly to expand and to open up. And as you breathe out, allow it just to relax inwards. And we'll begin this time by imagining a relaxing shower starting at the crown of the head, moving down over the face, over the back of the head, over the ears, over the jaw, the neck, and the throat. Imagine it moving down over the shoulders, relaxing everything it touches. over the chest and the upper back. Over the ribs, tummy, lower back, arms, elbows, wrists, and hands. Let it flow down over the hips, over the legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, and feet. And feel as if there's a pulsing of this shower. And this pulsing sends you messages as well. A message of strength. A message of patience. A message of kindness. A message of love. And a message of gratitude. Begin breathing deeply and slowly, becoming aware of your breath. And begin moving your fingers and your toes, coming back gently and slowly. When you're ready, raise your arms over your head and stretch from your fingers to your toes. And then lifting your knees up against your chest. Squeeze the knees against the chest. Rocking a bit from side to side. Good. Right arm to the right ear, roll to your right hand side, and we can lift up from the side. Very nice. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face, just prepping yourself for the second half of your day. You can tap around your eyes and shake out. And let's do that again. Rubbing your hands together. Bringing your hands over your face and gently tapping around the eyes. Shaking out. Let's bring the hands to the heart center. Have a lovely afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining, and happy International Yoga Day. Namaste.